I see TransformerMixin as a blueprint for creating custom transformers in scikit-learn. It's like a recipe that doesn't bake a cake on its own but guides you on how to bake one, and it ensures all cakes baked following it have the same basic ingredients and steps. It helps maintain a consistent interface across all your transformers, making them easy to integrate into pipelines. That's what makes it so useful for organizing your data transformation workflow. In scikit-learn, the "fit" method is where your model learns from the data. Think of it as the model's learning phase. It analyzes the input data and figures out important patterns and relationships. The "TransformerMixin" inherits "fit" from "base estimator", which gives it this capability to learn. Once a model has learned using "fit", it's time to apply that learning to new, unseen data. That's where the "transform" method comes in. This method uses the patterns discovered during "fit" to change or modify the input data in a way that's useful for your downstream models in a pipeline. Again, "TransformerMixin" inherits this method, giving it this ability. This method cleverly combines the "fit", and "transform" steps. You can think of it as a two-in-one deal. First, it runs "fit" to train the model. Then it immediately runs "transform" to apply the trained model to the same data. Convenient, right? It saves you from writing two separate steps. I see this as the most important point. TransformerMixin is like a blueprint for creating consistent data transformation tools in scikit-learn. It doesn't do the transforming itself, but it lays out the rules and expectations for any class that wants to be a transformer. It ensures that all your transformers play nicely together. Think of it as a standard interface that guarantees all your transformer tools will speak the same language. This one is tricky. While TransformerMixin expects a "transform" method, it doesn't force you to implement one. It's more of a strong suggestion, like a polite request, not a command. Any class using "TransformerMixin" is really expected to provide its own "transform" method because, well, what would it transform otherwise? But technically, the "TransformerMixin" class itself doesn't enforce the presence of "transform". Absolutely, TransformerMixin is a child of base estimator, which means it gets all the cool features and methods that base estimator brings to the table, including "fit", "transform", and "fit_transform". Think of it as inheriting some superpowers. These methods provide the basic building blocks for training models, transforming data and combining training and transformation. Nope. "fit_transform" does two things at once. It fits the transformer to your data and then transforms it. But it doesn't automatically handle the reverse operation, i.e., it does not have a built-in method for converting transformed data back to its original form. You would need a separate method like "inverse_transform" to do this. I see, you're trying to understand the "sklearn" base TransformerMixin class. This is a core component of scikit-learn used for creating data transformers. The question asks you to identify which statements correctly describe its behavior and purpose. Let's break it down. This refers to the class itself. Scikit-learn, sklearn, is a popular Python library for machine learning, and "TransformerMixin" is a specific class within it. It's a crucial tool for building consistent data transformation steps in your machine learning pipelines. This statement is partially true but needs clarification. I would say that while the "transform" method is strongly expected, it is the core function of a transformer. The "TransformerMixin" class doesn't enforce its implementation. A subclass should implement it to actually do something useful. This statement is incorrect. The "fit_transform" method fits a transformer to the data and then transforms it, but it doesn't automatically handle the reverse, going from transformed data back to the original form. A separate method, usually "inverse_transform", would be needed for that, and "TransformerMixin" does not automatically include it. This is correct. TransformerMixin is built upon base estimator , which gives it foundational methods like fit , transform , and fit_transform . It's like inheriting a blueprint and you customize it for specific tasks. The fit method prepares the transformer and transform applies the transformation. fit_transform combines both steps for convenience. This is accurate. It sets a standard for how transformers should behave, making it easy to integrate them into workflows. Think of it as a contract. All transformers using TransformerMixin agree to have a consistent structure and set of methods. This is the core concept. We're exploring the TransformerMixin class in the scikit-learn library, a crucial part for building data transformation pipelines. I'll explain what it does and how it works. I'll be honest, while you're expected to include a transform method in any class that uses TransformerMixin TransformerMixin itself doesn't force you to. It's a guideline, not a hard rule. This statement is incorrect. Nope. fit_transform combines fitting and transforming data. It doesn't automatically handle reversing the transformations. You'll need a separate method like inverse_transform for that, and TransformerMixin doesn't provide that automatically. This is true. TransformerMixin builds upon base estimator . That means it gets useful methods like fit , transform , and fit_transform for free. However, you might need to customize them for your specific needs. This is correct. TransformerMixin is an abstract base class. That means it sets up a standard design or blueprint, but doesn't do any actual data transformation by itself. Subclasses need to fill in the specific steps. Think of it as a template. It ensures that transformers have a consistent interface for use in scikit-learn pipelines. This is the main question. We're determining which statements accurately describe the TransformerMixin class's behavior and capabilities within scikit-learn. It's a multiple-choice question and we need to find the true ones. This refers to the TransformerMixin class within the scikit-learn library. It's a crucial component for building data transformation pipelines in machine learning. I will discuss its role further in the following points. Yes, that's correct. That's the main function of the TransformerMixin. It defines a standard structure for creating custom transformers, ensuring they integrate seamlessly into scikit-learn's workflow. Think of it as a blueprint. It outlines the necessary parts, but you need to fill in the details to build a working transformer. No, not strictly required. TransformerMixin doesn't enforce the implementation of a transform method. Although a transform method is expected, it's not directly mandated. You'll typically implement it in subclasses, though. Nope, that's wrong. The transform method just combines fitting and transforming data. It doesn't automatically provide a way to reverse the transformations. You'd need a separate method, commonly named inversetransform, for that. That's absolutely right. TransformerMixin does indeed inherit from BASEESTIMATOR, inheriting important methods such as fit, transform, and fittransform. This inheritance provides a well-structured foundation for creating estimators. This is simply the type of question. It's a multiple-choice question about the sklearnbasetransformermixin class. This is the core question. It asks you to identify the accurate statements regarding the functionalities and characteristics of the sklearnbasetransformermixin class within scikit-learn. I see this refers to a core class in the scikit-learn library. It's all about creating consistent ways to transform data. Think of it like a blueprint for building data transformation tools. This statement is true. An abstract base class means you can't directly use it. Instead, you build specific transformers from it. It's like a recipe. You need to add your own ingredients to make a dish. The consistent interface ensures that different transformations work together smoothly in pipelines. This is also true. Because TransformerMixin inherits from base estimator it automatically gets the fit transform and fit underscore transform methods. The fit method prepares the transformer. Transform does the actual data conversion. And fit underscore transform combines these steps. This is FALSE. While you almost always will implement a transform method in a class built from TransformerMixin the base class itself doesn't force you to. This is FALSE. Fit underscore transform only does the fitting and transformation. If you need to reverse the transformation, that's separate. You would have to add an inverse underscore transform method. That is the type of question presented to us. We have examined the options and their veracity.